Ningependa kutumia nafasi hii kuwatakia Wakenya wote heri na fanaka za Krismasi, na pia tunawatakia mwaka mwema wa 2025, mwaka ambao utakuwa na umaarufu mwingi kwao na kwa jamii zao. Asante.
This holiday season, celebrate it differently. Treat your eyes to the best panoramic views in the world. Get a glimpse of the best Mother Nature has to offer. Paddle away, swim and dive with friends and family in our amazing lakes and ocean. Explore the historic caves and wondrous gorges. Make and capture lifelong memories. Let loose and breathe the fresh air. This holiday season, shikisha oars in Kenya Parks.
Huyu ni mume wangu, John Dennis. Yeye na mimi tulihusika katika ajali ya barabarani. Ninachokumbuka ni kusikia breki na mgongano. Mume wangu alikuwa kwenye sakafu ya matatu, huku mkono mmoja ukining'inia kwenye kiti kimoja, na alikuwa amepoteza fahamu. Hivyo nilijaribu kumuita na kumgonga mpaka akazinduka. Basi alipoamka aliniambia sisikii miguu yangu. Daktari Okanga aliingia na kutukusanya chumbani, na akatuambia Dennis hataweza kutembea tena. Ilinivunja moyo kwa sababu amekuwa mume wangu kwa miaka kama 12. Kisaikolojia siko sawa. Nafanyiwa ushauri. Kuwa mlezi mkuu si rahisi. Punguza mwendo. Mwendo kasi unaua.
Tonight, as we gather in the spirits of the season, we reflect on the importance of unity and hope for the future. Also in the news, all plans are in place for the critical vetting of cabinet nominees. We will tell you when the exercise will begin. Good evening and Merry Christmas Eve to you. Here are the highlights. Christmas is here. Kenyans are in the final dash to make it home for the biggest holiday on the Christian calendar. Enforcing traffic rules. Police conduct surveillance on major highways in a campaign to promote safe and responsible driving.
We have been able to refer 1 or 2 people to a health facility for further assessment. We have been able to find people who actually have not taken medication because possibly they thought it is just a day.
And raising the alarm. The government urges mothers to seek antenatal care amid worrying statistics that many expectant women are choosing to stay away from clinics. A warm welcome to Prime Edition, our socials at KBC Channel 1 on X, YouTube and Facebook. Our sign language expert tonight is Lensa Odingo. Now, President William Ruto, First Lady Rachel Ruto are urging Kenyans to be generous to the needy during this Christmas festive season. In their 2024 Christmas message, the First Family also thanked Kenyans for their service to the nation, including the health workers, whom they praised as guardians of our well-being, using their knowledge, skills, and compassion to ensure every Kenyan has access to care. Give Us On Maina begins our coverage tonight.
This Christmas, I invite you to go with me on a brief journey to honor millions of men and women whose service is defining our collective national transformation endeavors, significantly contributing to nation building. Because of their hard work, determination, and dedication, there is evidence before us that the work of building a stronger, more united, secure, and prosperous Kenya is underway. Our health workers are guardians of our well-being, using their knowledge, skills, and compassion to ensure every Kenyan has access to care. Your work is the foundation of a healthier nation and a healthier future.
Kenya's future is in the classroom. Having been a teacher, I understand how difficult it is to teach a hungry child. Our mission is to make sure hunger doesn't get in the way of our children's education. A plate of food is power in a child's hands.
Every brick you lay takes our country forward towards a future of dignity, security, and inclusive growth. In constructing these homes, we are building lasting hope for Kenyan families.
A kitchen garden is a gift we give ourselves that keeps giving, providing families with fresh, healthy meals. You can transform your meal table by stepping out to do a little cultivation. This Christmas, let us grow more organic food and nourish our children with love and care.
Planting trees is an act of hope. We do this to remind ourselves that our action can make a difference for us and for future generations. Trees protect our rivers and water catchment areas, combat climate change, and beautify our land. Our tree planting program is our collective expression of hope for a Kenya that is beautiful and bountiful now and for years to come.
This is a season of gratitude, love, and giving. Let us rediscover the power of selfless love in the spirit of this festive season. May it continue to inspire us as we raise our families, serve our communities, and build our nation.
This Christmas, let us remember that together we are always unstoppable. Let our actions affirm the power of unity, solidarity, and compassion. Do not hesitate to perform acts of friendship and kindness. Experience the miracle of giving by giving. Together, we will do great deeds for our nation and warm every Kenyan.
Meanwhile, police have been deployed along major highways to bolster the enforcement of traffic rules. Deputy Inspector General of Police Edwin Dagat said some officers are patrolling the highways on motorcycles, while others are running surveillance from the sky to ensure the roads are safe this festive season. On Tuesday, Lagat led an impromptu inspection of the traffic situation along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway, where some motorists found themselves on the wrong side of the law. Here is that report.
Police say they are not taking chances this festive season.
As police, as National Police Service, we are going to be on these roads until the festive season ends. We have actually put in a lot of efforts. We have had motorbikes present, we have the NTSA, we have everybody.
The Nairobi-Nakuru highway was on Tuesday under tight surveillance, both from above and on the ground. Leading the operation was Deputy Inspector General of Police, Eliud Lagat.
Up to here, there is free flow of traffic, and this is because we have deployed enough officers. We have deployed even special units like the General Service Units and APS to assist the traffic to enforce the rules.
The Nairobi-Nakuru highway was 2 days ago turned into a parking lot as Kenyans spent hours stuck in traffic on their way up country for Christmas.
Hapa hali ilikuwa na shida ya gari, hata ulikuwa unasimama kama 2 hours sana ukielekea upande wa Gilgil.
Sasa magari zinapita, ndege ziko juu na chini, magari pikipiki zinapita kama maji mtoni.
The police hope that with the deployment of ground and air surveillance, traffic offences can be stemmed.
The biggest problem that we've seen is the general indiscipline of some drivers who don't want to follow the traffic rules. But we have resolved that all indiscipline and all those who are flouting traffic rules are going to be charged in courts of law next week.
The multi-agency team that also included the National Transport and Safety Authority is doubling down on traffic offences to avert a repeat of Monday's deadly crash along the Narok-Maimahiu highway.
We are checking to ensure compliance. We are checking to ensure that they're observing the required speed limits. We are checking to ensure that they don't carry excess passengers.
The National Police Service's heightened surveillance has led to a reduction in road carnage.
Still on the festivities, but on security matters, public infrastructure vandals will be treated as terrorists, say Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi. Wandayi says an action needs to be taken to contain the vice that is costing the government a fortune. He spoke at the Amani Children's Home in Game constituency, where he donated Christmas goodies to the orphans and vulnerable children.
Speaking during his visit to the children's home to spread the festive goodies, Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi noted that the government spends a lot on state infrastructure, and those found culpable of vandalizing them will be treated as terrorists.
Going forward, we are going to take this matter of vandalism very, very seriously as government. In fact, it is akin to or comparable to terrorism.
Elsewhere, Eastern Region Police Commander Charles Naibe has put on notice criminals seeking to exploit the festive season to harm unsuspecting persons of a date with the law enforcement.
Licha ya kwamba askari wameweka doria nyingi sana kuhakikisha kwamba usalama huko, lakini usalama pia unaanza na wewe raia mwenyewe. Tungependa mshirikiane pamoja na polisi, kwa sababu sisi jukumu letu ni kulinda maisha na mali yenu. Kwa hivyo mahali popote unaona polisi, polisi si adui.
Residents of Chepchoin areas of Trans Nzoia County are lamenting the deteriorating security situation in the area, urging security officers to intervene and patrol the area to address insecurity.
Commissioner alisema ametumana ulinzi ikuche pande hii, na hiyo ulinzi hatujaiona, na hapa kwa polisi nimeambiwa mara 4 wameongojea order.
Finally, Nyeri County Commissioner Ronald Muiwawi says they've put in place security measures to ensure the safety of residents and visitors alike.
Wale ambao wanazuru maeneo haya tunataka wakuwe uhuru kutembea, na wale ambao wanataka kusafiri kuzuru maeneo mengine pia wako uhuru wa kutembea. Kuhusu mambo ya vileo na pombe haramu, tumeweka mikakati ya kutosha kuhakikisha kwamba kwa msimu huu hakuna pombe haramu ambayo itapatikana katika soko zetu.
Yusufar reporting for Prime Edition.
Still on the Christmas beat, and we cross over to Joseph Wahungu, a KBC Channel 1 news reporter who is doing rounds in the city to bring you the feel of how people are celebrating and what is the mood. And here in the capital, it's raining. Wahungu, good evening.
As you can see, many people are celebrating, preparing to celebrate Christmas. There's still so much traffic, as you can see. Many people still working so hard to go home. This has been the case for the last few hours. So much. There's also a very heavy rainfall in town. So perhaps that is why there's huge traffic around this area. But of course, we are still continuing to look at what is happening within the city center and very many areas around town. We will be visiting many other areas to see how people are celebrating Christmas Eve. We will be going to entertainment spots. We'll be going to places of worship to see how people really are celebrating this Christmas Eve. For many people, as you can see behind me, it looks like many will still be in town for far too long. So this is actually the situation within the CBD in Nairobi. Of course, we will be looking around many other areas to see what is happening. So back to you in the studio as we continue with our broadcast.
Wahungu, heavy traffic in the CBD, Central Business District, as Kenyans get to town to have the feel of Christmas. Merry Christmas, Wahungu. We'll be linking up with you for the latest developments from that. And in other news, Christmas is here and many are traveling to celebrate the festivities, some at home while others are knocking destinations off their bucket list. Amid the hurry to get from point A to point B, enterprising Kenyans are jumping at the opportunity to make that extra coin. Here is Khalid Abdullahi with more.
Kevin Ondara is traveling home for Christmas. He had wanted to get out of the city sooner, but the means was too pricey.
Yesterday I came here to travel home, but I found that there was a bit congestion of travelers while going home, and then the bus stations were high, so I decided to go back and then come back today. So yesterday I came here, the price was 2,500, and then there were so many people who were intended to travel home, but even though today the number has just reduced, though the price is the same. So I've decided to go now today.
Just like Kevin, many here at the Machakos bus station are traveling home. The hustle and bustle to get a ride home has also presented some enterprising Kenyans with an opportunity to earn a living.
Sasa kutamta na kutoa saa tatu, heri na ako na familia wake, heri achukue personal car, afanye nini? Waende home. Because ukiangalia saa tatu times 7 ni dongapi? So unakaa hiyo do ni mob. Sasa personal car ni kama 2,500, anachukua 3 days.
In the final hours of Christmas Eve, the streets of Nairobi were a beehive of activities, with many opting to keep their businesses open. For some, however, the hours were spent rushing to the nearest station to catch that last bus home to where the heart is.
Players along Mombasa's north coast have rolled out the red carpet to cash in on the influx of revelers flocking the port city on Christmas Eve. A tour of popular holiday spots revealed sumptuous buffet and a display of festive season drinks. Security agents stepped up patrols on both sea and land, ensuring peace prevails. Our reporter Anburu dives into the final preparations as the countdown to midnight gathers pace.
As the clock ticks to midnight, holiday makers in the coastal town of Mombasa are basking in the sun along the sandy beaches, taking a moment to relax and soak up the warmth ahead of Christmas Day.
I come from Germany, Munich. I come every year here for holiday in this hotel. Very nice, the beach, the compound, the people, food, everything. For me, it's okay.
Hoteliers have spared no effort in keeping their guests entertained, offering a cocktail of activities from swimming and beach volleyball to thrilling escapades in the Indian Ocean waters.
So we have prepared things for them. We have water sports. We have kids' activity in the water. We have bouncing castles. We have trampolines. We have water slides. All of those are included. And for the adults, we have, and especially those who are elderly and who are not able to swim, or they do not know how to swim, we are taking them along the walks along the beach, And this we are doing every morning and every evening. We have also got entertainment in the evening.
Guests will also enjoy the exquisite dining experience with sumptuous meals carefully displayed to tempt even the most discerning palates.
Every evening is themed. We have Italian, Mexican, African. We have all these things and a lot of barbecue grills and everything.
Food, the service, everything is just amazing. I'm enjoying the ice cream specifically. Ice cream is at every spot you can see. You can get ice cream anywhere to chill and cool down. We have perfect service from the waiters and the waitresses.
If you go around the hotel, you will see a lot of stations, food, ice cream, you have some juices, everything is available. So, yep, that's Sarova White Sands for you.
At the Mombasa Continental Resort in Shanzu, the General Manager Mike Kamau welcomed families already booked in the Airbnbs to enjoy the resort's facilities during the day. A rare gesture in an industry that typically reserves such amenities for in-house guests only.
We have a special pass where you come and stay in our beach, you come and enjoy what we have, you come and enjoy a serene environment, you breathe fresh air, you enjoy the sea, and all this. So we are inviting everybody who is in Mombasa. This is where you belong. This is where action is. Please come and see what we have for you and you'll not regret.
Additionally, revelers have been assured of their safety within the resorts and around the bustling port city, with traffic police at hand to ensure smooth flow of traffic.
Tumeweka pia wale wa kuchunga kuhakikisha kwamba kama kuna hatari yote inatokea kwa bahari, wale wana respond haraka. Tuko na Coast Guard pia wanatusaidia. Kwa upande ya town tuko na matimu zetu za Kenya Police, AP, hata tumeomba officers za prison kutusaidia kwa wakati huu kuona kwamba usalama iko sawa. Tunashirikiana mambo ya traffic, tuko na watu ya county government pia tunasaidiana kama multi agency team na watu ya traffic police kuona kwamba barabara zetu magari watu wakwame ama wapate shida yoyote.
Families who have opted to spend their holiday in the coastal city are indeed in for a treat of sun, ocean and festive cheer. From Mombasa County, I am Anburu.
And on that coastal beach, we are taking our first commercial break. When we return, we'll be telling you about a health sensitization program that took place in the county of Kakamega. That and much more with the detail and clarity you deserve. Stay with us.
Isa hii ishafika na ni kubwa kubwa. Kweli? Hii Kristi ni bomba na Blue Santa kupitia star 570 hash option 1. Rudia. Star 570 hash option 1. Iko PlayStation 5 na 55 inch TV na iko 500,000 Kenyan shillings. Na mbuzi moja? Na mbuzi. 1 million Kenyan shillings na Samsung S24 Ultra. Na mbuzi moja? Iko 2 million Kenyan shillings na iPhone 16 Pro Max. Na mbuzi mbili? Blue Santa amekuja na zawadi kibao. Na ni kubwa kubwa. Hapa kuna ndogo ndogo. Hapa Christmas ni bomba.
This festive season, let the joy of togetherness fill your hearts and homes. Celebrate responsibly and make memories that last a lifetime. Choose activities that bring happiness and health. Avoid alcohol and drugs in this festive season. We are working together to ensure everyone's safety. Report illegal alcohol and drug activities in your area. This festive season, let's protect what matters most, our lives and those we love. Celebrate responsibly.
Liquid petroleum gas, LPG, is a key driver of Kenya's economy and fostering growth. To reduce reliance on firewood and charcoal, the State Department for Petroleum launched the Liquefied Petroleum Gas for Public Institutions of Learning program. Launched by President William Ruto on December the 16th, 2024 at Jamhuri High School, Nairobi, the project's pilot phase targets 20 public institutions, benefiting over 30,000 learners. These include technical schools, secondary schools, and special education institutions. Phase 2 will expand to 40 more institutions nationwide. This initiative will boost energy efficiency, drive economic empowerment, and spur innovation in the energy sector, advancing Kenya's development. LPG, igniting.
Ningependa kutumia nafasi hii kuwatakia Wakenya wote heri na fanaka za Krismasi, na pia tunawatakia mwaka mwema wa 2025, mwaka ambao utakuwa na umaarufu mwingi kwao na kwa jamii zao. Asante.
Nuru, amka. Kuna nini? Ni wewe uniambie kuna nini?
Baada yote haya ulionifanyia, umekosa haya, umeona itoshi, umekuja mpaka nyumbani.
Na wala hukunieleza ulikuwa wapi. Umeamka. Badala kuwa uje unijulie hali, wanyapanyapa waondoka.
Ile bisha yote ndio bisha, mbona huku nifungulia mlango? Ulikuwa kuna nani kule ndani?
Nimepata barua vitisho mlangoni mwangu.
Nani anaweza kuwa anahusika na jambo hili?
Kakake Mbura ni mmoja wa shukio wakubwa.
Mimi ukushuku, lakini uzuri wake hajajua tu katika hawa hili ni upe mbuli kuko naye.
Welcome back to Prime Edition, our socials at KBC Channel 1 on X, YouTube and Facebook. Still on the festivities, acts of kindness and generosity to the less fortunate characterize the day as various groups united to make merry and donate food and non-food items to the needy on the eve of Christmas Day. In Thika Town, street families and elderly received a free haircut as Cliffy residents received piped water. And in a rather uncommon activity, youth awaiting their KCSE results visited universities to get a feel of institutions of higher learning. Our reporter Kamche Menza with the details on how Kenyans spent Christmas Eve.
There was song and dance in Chamari area Magarini in Kilifi County as the county government launched piped fresh water for the first time in the area's history.
Sababu nimekuja leo nilikuwa nasema siwezi kwenda Krismasi maji hajafunguliwa na watu wa Chamari bado wanakunywa maji yale ya mitaro.
This perhaps being the best Christmas gift to the locals who for years have trekked for over 20 kilometers in search of the precious commodity.
Kuoga kulikuwa na shinda, kunywa kulikuwa na shinda, kupikia kulikuwa na shinda, kila kitu. Sasa siku ya leo tuna express furaha kubwa sana.
In Thika Town, Kiambu County, a group of the elderly and street families received a rather rare gift after a local hairstylist offered free barber services.
Wazazi wetu wenye ni wazee, wengine wamesahaulika sana kwa mtaa. Nilikuwa pia naangalia vijana hao wadogo wako kwa streets na wengine wamepotea.
Over 50 individuals got a fresh cut.
Nyuri yangu nimekuwa naye kwa muda wa zaidi ya miaka 3. Mimi ikiwa kichwa ni kama ni kubwa sana.
And it was an unforgettable gift for children from the neighboring communities of Njukiri Forest in Embu County. The management of Camp Ndunda Falls Recreation Center opened its doors to give the children and their families the rare opportunity to experience for the first time the breathtaking beauty and thrilling activities of the area.
It's my first time coming to Camp Ndunda. It was fun going at the zip line.
The children were also taken through mentorship program. In a rather not so common activity during the festivities, a group of KCSE leavers opted to visit universities to benchmark as they plan their careers.
Katika siku zijazo, chache sana zijazo, Christmas itakuwa imeisha na mwaka mpya utakuwa hapa, na kwa hivyo tutakuwa tukianza kuganga mambo yajayo.
Naweza sema wazazi hawaongeleshi watoto wao. Wameassume ukifika university umekuwa mtu mkubwa, na that's not the case.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Finally, hundreds of elderly persons, widows and vulnerable families received Christmas food packages from the Narok Peace Association.
It is time that you give back to your people, because giving is living. When you give, it's not actually losing, but you are gaining.
Dr. Ambassador Joshua Ole Kaput, leading the exercise, urged Kenyans to share goodies with the less fortunate during the festivities.
2025, baraka zetu.
President William Ruto has met African Union Commission Chairperson Musa Faki Mahamat at his Kilgoris residence in Narok County. The two discussed, among other things, African Union reforms and the upcoming election of the next AUC chairperson. The new chair will be elected at the 38th African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, in February 2025. Kenya's Raila Odinga will battle it out with Djibouti's Mohamed Ali Yusuf, who is seen as his main challenger, and Richard Randriamandrato of Madagascar in the race to choose the 5th AU Commission chair to succeed incumbent chairperson Musa Faki. All right, onto that story we highlighted for you tonight. Legislators are set to begin vetting nominees to the Cabinet, Public Service Commission, ambassadors, high commissioners, and diplomatic representatives from the 9th of January 2025. In a communication by the Clerk of the National Assembly, Samuel Njoroge, 3 committees of the National Assembly will hold public hearings during the vetting process. Additionally, Njoroge invited Kenyans to submit any written statements on oath with supporting evidence contesting the suitability of any of the candidates via email or hand-delivered to his office by 3rd of January 2025. Abdihaziz Hashim puts this story in perspective.
The National Assembly Committee on Appointment has its work cut out for it starting January next year, when it is set to vet the 3 cabinet nominees, namely Mutahi Kagwe, nominated to the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, William Kabogo, Ministry of Information, Communication and the Digital Economy, and Liki Nyanjui of Investment, Trade and Industry. The 3 nominees have been invited to appear before the committee on Tuesday, the 14th of January 2025, from midday until 5 p.m. at County Hall for vetting. In addition to the Cabinet Secretary nominees, the Committee on Labour will vet 8 nominees to serve in the Public Service Commission on Thursday, the 9th of January, and main Parliament buildings. 4 nominees for the position of Ambassador, High Commissioner, and diplomatic representatives will also be appearing before the Departmental Committee on Defence, Intelligence and Foreign Relations on Friday, 20th of January 2025 for vetting. Among them is Margaret Nyambura Ndugu, previously serving as Cabinet Secretary for Information, as well as Dr. Andrew Karanja, who was serving as Agriculture CS. The public has also been invited to submit their views on the suitability of the candidates to hold office by 3rd of January 2025. Abdiaziz Hashim for Prime Edition.
On to Health Watch now. The Ministry of Health has raised serious concerns about the growing number of pregnant women in Kenya who are neglecting crucial prenatal care, potentially jeopardizing the health of both mothers and their unborn children. According to new statistics released by the ministry, out of 300,039 pregnant women, a staggering 132,000 are not attending antenatal clinics, putting both maternal and fetal health at significant risk.
Speaking in Kibra during a visit to community health promoters, Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Modoni noted that lack of prenatal care could lead to severe complications including premature birth, low birth weight and increased risks during childbirth. Modoni highlighted that this neglect is a major public health issue, urging expectant mothers to prioritize antenatal visits to ensure their health and well-being of their babies.
A lady got pregnant. She did not know that she needs to go to a health facility for clinic, but the community health promoter have been able to convince them that it is important to go to a health facility and be checked or be assessed, you, yourself, and the unborn baby.
In addition to the alarming situation regarding pregnant women, the ministry's latest data revealed that many Kenyans are unknowingly living with serious health conditions. Over 22.5 million people who were screened for diabetes. Statistics show that more than 260,000 are unaware they are suffering from the disease, along with its associated health risks.
I have witnessed it right now as we are going round. We have been able to refer 1 or 2 people to a health facility for further assessment. We have been able to find people who actually have not taken medication because possibly they thought it is just a day.
Modoni called on all Kenyans to use the festive season as an opportunity to visit health facilities for routine screenings. Jacqueline Masharia for Prime Edition.
Westlands Member of Parliament Tim Wanyonyi has honored his late mother's memory by donating an assortment of foodstuff to the elderly in his constituency. The MP acknowledged the role senior citizens play in nurturing families and the community at large, promising to champion for enhanced social protection programs to cushion them in their sunset years.
Over 300 elderly persons benefited from a food donation drive organized by Westlands Member of Parliament Tim Wanyonyi, paying tribute to his late mother, Mama Ann Nanyama Wetangula. As a generous person, the Westlands Member of Parliament called for the spirit of sharing during the Christmas season.
Hata tukileta vitu nyumbani, kama nimepelekea mama yangu yule ameenda, tulikuwa tukifika mama anafungua hiyo mfuko anaweka hapa. Anaita majirani wake anawakawia wanaenda. Na yeye ndiye alifundisha sisi ukikula na watu utabarikiwa. Na sikukuu inakuanga siku ya watu kurudi pamoja.
He noted that the elderly need support in their old age, promising better access to healthcare through the Social Health Authority SHA.
Ile tulikuwa tunawalipia NHIF, tutarudisha hiyo sasa. Ile mfumo mpya wa serikali wameleta, tutawalipia hiyo ili matibabu pia isikuwe ya shida, si ndio? Ukienda hospitali unaonyesha hiyo kadi umelipiwa sawa sawa.
While calling on the unity of the country, Wanyonyi chided leaders who focus on self-gain instead of service delivery to the people.
Mambo ya kufikiria sasa, umeingia kwa ofisi, kazi yako ni kukimbia, kutafuta mali, hiyo mali haitakusaidia. Tafuta mali lakini ukae na watu vizuri. Urudi kila mara kwa mara, unaambia watu nimeshukuru mlinipatia uwezo ya kuwatumikia. Na hii ndio nafanya, hata kama hajakuja na kitu lakini amekuja kuwasalamia.
Meanwhile, the committee in charge of burial arrangements for Mama Ann Nanyama Wetangula says all is set to ensure a befitting send-off for the Westlands MP's mother, who is also the mother to the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula. An interdenominational mass will be held this Thursday, the 26th of December 2024. 94-year-old Mama Ann Nanyama Wetangula died on the 20th of December 2024 and will be interred on the 3rd of January 2025 at Mukwea Village, Nalondo location, Bungoma County. Maria Ambo reporting for the Prime Edition.
Cabinet Secretary Deborah Baraza led a sensitization meeting at Moy's Bridge School in Kakamega County to promote the Social Health Authority SHA registration program. Details on these and other stories making headlines in our county news roundup.
The Health CS Deborah Baraza took the SHA registration campaign to Kakamega, where she urged Kenyans to register to enjoy universal health coverage. Likuyani MP Innocent Mugabe supported the rollout of SHA, even as he called for public participation to address the challenges.
Ukijisajilisha na utoe hiyo contribution, unaleta pesa nyumbani. Unaleta pesa kwa hospitali ya nyumbani.
Hii pesa ya SHA, usipojiandikisha hii pesa itaenda sehemu zingine. Tunaelewana? Ni lazima sisi kama wananchi wa Likuyani tujiandikishe, ndio hizi pesa pia zikuje kwa hospitali zetu, ndio pia sisi tuweze kufaidika na mfumo wa SHA.
Meanwhile, members of the Kiambu County Assembly have criticized members of parliament for reducing budget ceilings for all 47 counties, claiming the cuts will hinder development projects.
County assemblies zote Kenya, budget yao imepunguzwa, ama ile tunaita sio budget, ile tunaita ceiling, kiwango cha pesa ambacho unastahili kutumia, na hiyo itakuwa na negative impact, kwa sababu kuna miradi mingi sana ambayo itaadhiriwa.
Elsewhere, Homa Bay County has unveiled a new law court in Kendu Bay Town, funded by the Karachuonyo NGCDF.
This is in the spirit of access to justice as anchored in Article 63 and Article 48 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Kwa hivyo tuendelee kuhudumia wananchi, haki iwe ngao na mlinzi.
Separately, community health volunteers in Kericho County have accused the county government of failing to pay their stipends for the past 14 months.
Tumekuwa tukifanya kazi tangu president akuja launch mambo na CHPs, na president alikuwa ametuambia tutalipwa 50% from national na 50% from county, lakini kutoka hiyo siku county hajawahi tulipa. Our governor alisema it is not in the law. Why? And yet the national government amekuwa akitulipa.
For Prime Edition, I'm Rodney Mbua.
Thank you for staying with us. In business, cyber cafe operators will be required to keep detailed records of all cyber activities and install closed-circuit television CCTV surveillance in their premises should the proposed telecommunications market structure review take place. According to the Communication Authority, the review is aimed at, among others, tightening scrutiny of cyber cafes across the country. Weri Munjenga with that report.
In recent months, the Communication Authority has recorded a surge in number of cyber cafes nationwide. This poses a challenge in monitoring and regulation of their activities. The proposed review seeks to introduce a new class of license that will require cyber cafe operators to keep detailed records of all cyber activities, install logging in software for each device, have surveillance in their premises, and ensure proper identification of all users. In addition, the authority is proposing the introduction of a new telecommunications equipment distributor license for wholesalers, suppliers and importers of communication equipment to curb the sale of substandard communication devices. Further, foreign manufacturers seeking to distribute their products locally will be required to obtain the license. This, however, doesn't affect local manufacturers who are exempt. The public has until 23rd of January 2025 to submit their feedback on these proposals and others.
Onto the digital space, the adoption of digital technologies coupled with the emergence of innovative business models are reshaping the traditional commerce and financial services landscape in Kenya. This has necessitated the dynamism of the e-commerce landscape, enabling entrepreneurs to benefit from collaboration with partners who understand the market trends. Here is Ndutamo Kami with the details.
I am joined by Mbagara Karita, Director,
for the East African region at Sochitel Group.
Sochitel Group runs a digital platform that enables our customers to transfer value between continents, allows the creation of digital vouchers that can be used that can be redeemed for value within a closed loop system, particularly for the retail sector, e-commerce, and other related businesses.
How would you describe currently the e-commerce space in Kenya and even within the East African region as a whole?
E-commerce has been very successful in Kenya, not in the traditional sense that if you go online and Google what e-commerce is, but rather in the sense of the empowerment of e-commerce has happened by the proliferation of mobile phones. So the ability of me having my phone, visiting a basic e-commerce platform, as simple as going to someone's Facebook page or an Instagram, seeing the products that they have and making an order from there, to the more sophisticated platforms where I'm able to go online, shop on a cart, and make a payment through mobile money or my bank card. That has helped e-commerce to really take off in Africa, and specifically in East Africa, by having these different iterations.
Maybe you can give us some of the trends that are currently shaping the e-commerce sector and describe for us how exactly they're impacting SMEs in Kenya.
So this e-commerce has been very good for the small businesses. It has lowered the barriers to entry. Long time ago, you needed to set up a shop, put up a lot of signage, maybe even put out advertising in print media. But today, all you need is you can set up your shop basically in your house, set up a wonderful page on social media, and use those tools to market yourself.
Still on that bit, are there any challenges that are currently hindering the growth of the e-commerce sector within Kenya, even as well as the East African region?
First challenge is getting the name out there, getting someone's product out there. So for example, if you're selling clothes, what's unique about the clothes that you sell versus the next merchant, or rather the merchant that's right next to you. One of the other challenges has been, actually I'd say the biggest challenge is an FX challenge. So where you have to grapple with, so for example, within Sochitel, we deal with at least 30 different currencies, most of them from across Africa. And whenever a currency moves, then you're potentially putting yourself in a loss position, sometimes in a profit position. And it's a difficult balancing act. And so part of our business, so part of the value that we offer our customers is to be able to give them the ability to receive payments in their local currency and not have to have the FX burden that comes with dealing internationally.
Thank you for making time for us to have this conversation, Bagara. Those have been some very insightful pieces on the e-commerce sector in the country as well as the East African region. Back to you in studio.
Very wide and interesting piece there. Thank you, Nduta. Now let's switch to soil treatments. Counties in Western Kenya have started soil rehabilitation venture to increase production. Kakamega Agriculture Chief Executive Officer Godfrey Owor says the Western region has experienced reduced agricultural production due to acidic soils, and there is need to restore the soils to increase production and farmers' earnings in the region. Benson Rioba compiled this report.
The Food and Agriculture Organization says 33% of Kenya's soil are depleted due to several reasons, key among them increased chemical use. A number of Western Kenya counties have now embraced ecological farming to preserve their soils.
Because the abuse we did to our soils, the productivity of our soils went down. Now the population has grown. More food is required. We must recover our soils.
Ecology farming entails reduced chemical use in food production and intercropping to reduce soil acidity and boost nutrition.
We are actually minimizing the use of external resources and also reducing the cost of production and optimizing productivity in the farm using the locally available resources.
At least 38,755 hectares of farmland in the region has been rehabilitated, increasing staple yields by at least 37%.
Kuna vitunguu ziko za kufukuza wadudu, pia hata hii majani tunaweka kwa chai. wanga inatoa harufu fulani, na hiyo harufu huwa inafukuza wadudu wanakimbilia kwa nepia.
The 2.8 billion shillings program supported by GIZ emphasizes on training women and 4K Club on soil conservation efforts for sustainability.
Challenges a small land parcel. How do you feed your livestock? So this is how we integrate that livestock, the humans, and the environment can coexist.
The soil project is implemented in Kakamega, Siaya, and Bungoma counties. Benson Rioba reporting for Prime Edition.
Domestic tourism has recorded a 10% bed occupancy this year as tourism operators leverage on digital marketing. Kenya Tourist Board CEO June Chepkemei says digital marketing is less costly, detailed, and wide reach. Regina Manyara engages hoteliers who have optimized online platforms to attract visitors.
Where are you going for the holidays? Where are you listening to that music? Where can I have this cuisine? Or better yet, uko, formni? These are questions that we often ask to our colleagues, our friends, and sometimes even family. How about we make it more convenient and more personalized by using your smart gadgets?
More than 90% of Kenyans are always online. So it's the fastest way to reach out to the people and also to communicate and also to create awareness to the society on what you're coming up with and what you have and the plans that you have for them.
And that is where the hospitality and entertainment players come in, leveraging online platforms to advertise and market their products and services.
We have the African delicacy food that we embrace, so it's something else that each and every client, once they come here, they want to try that nice nyama choma. We have the vibe, the good music surrounding the swimming pool. So all those activities, that's what it's the uniqueness that you can get here within Nairobi that you cannot get in Mombasa. In cost, it's all about swimming, but here we have more than that we can offer.
To Jomo, digital marketing has erased boundaries and opened business to travelers beyond Nairobi looking for adventure and leisure.
If we are having people from coast area, groups coming here to Nairobi to enjoy what we have here in Nairobi, yet you're in Nairobi and you have not yet discovered an area that is near you.
Now families are willing to go out, spend some time together with the family in an outing setup, enjoy their meals together, and have a good time.
Having been in operation for over a decade now, Afro Sayari Resort hopes that Kenyans will embrace sampling local establishments before considering travel to other regions.
We usually have fireworks each and every Christmas, and this is also to make sure and also to create awareness to the community even around us that you don't have to pay or to go far for you to enjoy that ambience, for your kids to enjoy, because that is the feeling that we want each and every person and also even our client to feel that we can end the year together within our locality, but also in a very different way.
A move that is expected to boost domestic tourism.
We are coming up with a 5-star hotel that will be hosting people here, and also we are coming up with conference halls. So we are looking and we want to make sure that year 2025 will be a good year for us, and also will be a good year where all the Kenyans will be able to come here and also experience now the new and the good vibe that we are going to bring in the market.
So next time you are planning to travel and you do not know where to, go online and type places near me. Thank me later.
And we also urge other businesses to venture into the online platform, which can really be of help.
Regina Manyara reporting for Prime Edition.
Star 570 hash. Option 1 kuna PS5 na ni full package na inakuja na JBL, party box. Hiyo boom experience pia iko.
And I were involved in a road traffic accident. All I remember is hearing brakes and a crash. My husband was on the floor of the matatu with one hand hanging to one seat, and he was unconscious. So I tried calling him and hitting him until he woke up. So when he woke up, he told me, I can't feel my legs. The doctor came in, Dr. Okanga, and he told us Dennis will never be able to walk again. It broke me because he's been my husband for 12 years. Psychologically, I am not fine. I'm doing counseling. Being a primary caregiver is not easy.
Slow down. Speeding ruins lives.
Ningependa kutumia nafasi hii kuwatakia Wakenya wote heri na fanaka za Krismasi, na pia tunawatakia mwaka mwema wa 2025, mwaka ambao utakuwa na umaarufu mwingi kwao na kwa jamii zao. Asante.
Good evening to you, and let's get the Christmas Eve sport, where next season's Diamond League Series will adopt a new prize money structure with larger rewards on offer for individual athletes across the track and field disciplines. Under the new structure, there will be a significant increase in the top prizes, and also more prize money will now be awarded to lower finishing competitors. The 2025 Diamond League season will begin in Xiamen, China on the 26th of April and end in Zurich, Switzerland on the 28th of August. Buckley Feather with that report.
As Clark now flails with those arms into the last barrier, hits it hard, but it doesn't hold him back much. But look at Samba coming back at him, doesn't quite get there, runs out of track.
In most diamond disciplines, individual athletes will continue to win up to $10,000 at series meetings and up to $30,000 at the Wonder Diamond League final.
57.08. Well, she didn't panic when Maloney went with the pace.
From 2025, there will also be a select number of Diamond Plus disciplines in which athletes can earn higher prizes.
Yes, here comes Richardson, and Richardson takes it. Richardson and Alfred both easing past Asher Smith in the last 20. And Richardson does get that little bit of revenge.
In these disciplines, the maximum prize money for individual athletes will rise to $20,000 at series meetings and $50,000 at the final. There will be 4 Diamond Plus disciplines at each series meeting and 8 at the final. Each meeting will announce their Diamond Plus disciplines in the first half of 2025.
She finishes so strongly, taking the momentum into the final barrier. Salmon is just about rising with her, and it's Salmon and Cockrell together. Salmon just a little bit extra up the last barrier, she takes the win.
Athletes finishing between 9th and 12th will now also receive fixed prize money in all disciplines at both series meetings and at the final. As always, prize money remains entirely gender equal, with exactly the same rates for male and female athletes in each discipline.
Second round of the long jump down the back straight, that's better.
The 2025 season will see a total of $9.24 million paid out in prize money, the highest total pot in the series history.
The winning time, 3:29. Ingebrigtsen second, Hocker third, Laros fourth, Kerr fifth.
And Kenyan giant Nairobi Water returned home today after competing in the 42nd edition of the Eastern Central Africa Handball Club Championship in Kigali, Rwanda, where they finished second. Nairobi Water, who had won the title in 2023 Nairobi, lost their opening match to Uganda Police Women, who eventually won the week-long tournament as the Kenyan ladies finished second. A total of 5 women's teams competed in the championship, which also saw the National Cereals and Produce Board retain the men's title, which they won in Nairobi last year. Cereals returned home last evening. The 43rd edition of the East and Central Africa Handball Championship will be held in Uganda in November next year. Now, more than 20 teams are competing in the Muchuma Moto Football Tournament at the Ivugwi Primary School in Kakamega. The football tournament has been organized to nurture young talents, especially girls, and provide positive engagement for the youth with the aim of keeping them away from drug abuse and criminal activities. During the tournament, Likuyani Member of Parliament Innocent Mugabe organized a medical camp to also promote SHA registration. Winners will be rewarded with cash prizes of 300,000 shillings, with second and third place teams pocketing 200,000 and 100,000 shillings respectively.
Tuko na hafla maalum ya kuhamasisha na kuandikisha wananchi wa Likuyani katika na Social Health Authority almaarufu SHA ili waweze kupata Taifa Care. Na jambo hili tumelifanya kwanza kupitia kwa michezo ya mpira ambayo huwa ninaweka kila mwaka, inaitwa Chumamoto Likuyani Super Cup. Na tukasema mwaka huu tutatumia michezo hii ili tuweze kuleta watu pamoja na tuweze kuandikisha katika Social Health Authority. Sababu tuliona kwamba watu wetu wengi wamebaki nyuma. Tukiangalia katika kaunti zingine, idadi za watu ambao wamejiandikisha iko juu na kwetu ilikuwa chini. Kwa hivyo tukashirikiana na wadau tofauti kuhakikisha kwamba hii inafanyika.
Tumesikia amesema namba 1 atapata 300,000, namba 2 200,000, namba 3 100,000 na namba 4 75,000. Sisi tumekuja hapa kama vijana, wengine wamekosa kazi lakini wamejiunga hapa, wengine wamefunga shule. Tujumuike pamoja tufurahie kazi ya Mugabe.
And that's the sport for tonight. And, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And remember, in as much as it is Christmas Eve, don't overdo it. Remember, it's one day, one festival for us, birthday celebrating for only one person. Be careful whatever you do. And remember, more sport coming to you throughout this week. My name is Daniel Wahome. Be blessed. Back to you, Irene Muchuma.
And Lensa is here to wish you a Merry Christmas. Good tidings we bring to you and your King. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish a Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
What message do you have to your people?
Live it while it lasts.
Remember, 2025 is here with us. Celebrate wisely. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your company. Thank you for your feedback on our social media platforms. And of course, we can't step out. There is a huge team behind this production, from the editorial to the technical team. And of course, my colleague Tomboya, wishing you a Merry Christmas. My name is Muchuma Odim, and our sign language expert tonight is Lensa Odingo. Till some other time, good night. God bless you.
This festive season, let the joy of togetherness fill your hearts and homes. Celebrate responsibly. Report illegal alcohol and drug activities in your area. This festive season, let's protect what matters most, our lives and those we love. Celebrate responsibly.
Ishafika.